Hello everyone, it's the Breet. I get asked quite often how I store my collection, especially since it has grown tremendously since my very first collection video many years ago. So after recently getting everything reorganized after we moved, I figured I would show you guys the way I like to store them. So I'm going to start with these two boxes on the top. So all of these containers that you see that I have here come from a place that we have in the States called the Container Store. And it's literally what it says. It is a store completely for organization and boxes, containers, exactly what you think, but it's for all over the house. So I like to get my bins there, and these are actually some pretty neat boxes. So this is magnetic, how it attaches here. So this is actually like a cardboard box that has like the decorative paper on it, and the way that this is attached here is because if I took everything out of the box, it actually folds up flat. And I think they meant these for gift boxes, but they're super, super sturdy. Like, this is a really nice cardboard. It's not weak like your normal cardboard that you're going to get from a shipment. I really like them. They were really decently priced, and honestly, they're really pretty. So these are a little chaotic right now because I've been carrying them around as I get things organized and moved, so they're going to look a little disheveled. But this is basically where I keep my loose Bandai Tamagotchis. So most of my loose things I just like to keep in here. I keep tissue paper between the different layers. That way they don't get scratched. But this is a really great solution to keep these organized and keep them all together and not in something big for things that have the packaging. And so, you know, like I've got this loose case. I usually don't keep too many loose cases in here, but since this one is the submarine case that I bought from Raw, so that's why this one is in here, since it's such a rare item. The second one is the one I keep my loose odd pets in. So a lot of the Gigapets, Nanos, and just anything that's not a Bandai Tamagotchi. And I don't know why this is in here. You go there. But yeah, this is where I keep a lot of that stuff. This also needs to be reorganized a bit because it's been shuffled around a little bit as I've been reorganizing things. So these large bins are all for things that have packaging. Usually when I buy things now, I want packaging, and I only in rare cases will go for something that doesn't have its box. So that's, while that wasn't the majority of my collection in my very first set of videos I did, that's how I usually purchase now. Hey, bub. So, and yeah, you'll probably see the cats come through here quite a bit. There is a little bit of method to the madness, but as far as the boxes themselves, I really like these. I don't like the bins that have the completely removable lids. The lids always end up somewhere. Like, I'm just terrible with those lids. I just don't like them. They get bent. They get warped from things being stacked on top of them, which to me seems like it's defeating the purpose. But every time I've had those bins that have the lids that snap on top, when you start stacking them and they get to a certain weight, it just warps the lids, and I just find they're so cheap. So these are 12-gallon bins that I got from the Container Store, and I like these because they have these interlocking half lids that are attached. They're hinged, so they you don't actually have to take it off the box. It's always with the box. But I find these are a little sturdier than the really cheap lids. But so this first box, this is what I reserve for vintage Bandai. So anything that's Tamagotchi, or like these are the Mikulan and Devitan. or Ask Planktons, which are Bandai, but all of these are things that came out in the 90s from Bandai, like Magical Witches, the Vial of Aruderu, and then of course, you know, the Tamagotchi stuff, anything that's vintage. So you see they all are stacked through here, and then I have them on the bottom stacked side by side like that. And this next bin. So this is where I keep all of my modern release Tamagotchis. So anything that was released 2004 and later, excluding color models, I consider this like the collection era, will be in this box. So like this is the 10th anniversary. I recently got this, which will be on one of my new videos, Uratama, that was like a shareholders edition. But I've got, like, these are stacked on top of these to save space, but it also keeps all of them from getting crushed if you stack them, like, on top of each other, and it keeps them kind of in a box shape. But I've got, you know, pluses here. I've tried to keep them in somewhat of an order of when they were released. You know, it starts getting complicated once the box gets more full. But I've got, like, my pluses here. Then I've got K-Ties. If you go back, there's, like, K-Tie Kais. With the pluses up here, I've got both Bandai Shareholder Edition, Special Edition Shareholder sets here. I've got K-Tie and K-Tie Akai spring packs here. I've got Nanos and Chibis. And then over here is where a lot of the N-Tamas and Uratamas start. And then I've got this Hong Kong edition, and then the shareholders. I don't put anything in here that is English, so this is restricted because I have so much of it. This is just restricted to Connection era, you know, 2004 up to the Color Series Tamagotchi Bandai items. Okay, next bin. This is for the Color era. So this goes from the Plus Color releases to ID, IDL, IDL 15th anniversary, Ps, 4U Plus. So anything of that color era is in here. So, and I've tried once again to keep them somewhat together. Of course, that doesn't always happen. They start getting shuffled, and I'm pretty sure this is one of those boxes that I was kind of just tossing them in here to get them organized. So, but yeah, this is where I put all of my colors together. The only thing that I don't have in here are like the Pocket Designer and any of the like Deca-like items. I have those in their own separate bin.
You need to be somewhere in the video, don't you, boo-boo?
Okay, next bin. This one is, I've put a couple miscellaneous things in here because I ran out of room in my other bins, but this is kind of my accessory and cases bin. The one thing I had to put in here that I could not get to fit in any other bin was my V2 True Friends set. So this is in here until I can get some more bins. But like cases, like the plush cases, here's the vintage Angel plush case. These are accessories that go with one of the Happy Pet dog bag that's kind of like the Pandaland bag, but it's a dog version. All different sorts of hard cases. They go all the way down and through here. So Angel, Merino, all the different kinds. This has my loose pierces in it because I hate taking them in and out of the package. So all of my loose pierces are in this case. And then some Ozu-Mezu. And these are all my soft cases. So I've got little zippered pouches that I've gotten from different places. This is from the Kirimi-chan characters. Then I've also got my knit pouches. So I've got many from Calissa and a couple from Friends. So I've got this vintage one, and so they go pretty deep. And then I've also got my keychains in here, my vintage Tama keychains. So anything that's kind of an accessory like that I've got in here, like these little pouches. So then down here I've got my pea pierces for the Tamagotchi peas. So I've got the peas pierces here in the corner. Then this whole stack is all the packaging for my peas pierces. But I just keep the packaging, but I keep them separate because I hate dealing with this packaging. I think it's awful. So I keep them in their own separate space. Okay, so next bin we've got some of the modern, get your tushy out of the way. We've got some of the more modern release, not 90s releases of Odd Pets. Some of them Bandai if they're not what you consider a traditional pet, kind of like, let's see, like the Ants Life Studio. So while it's Bandai, it's still kind of a, I don't know, I classify it a little differently. Down there is that Happy Pet Chihuahua Boston bag. So I've also got like the Tamagezis there, Neopets, the Pocket Sakura. This is actually cool. This is going to be on one of my future videos, collection, and hopefully get a guide. This is actually the Happy Pet. It's like Cube Town. So has a little Chihuahua in it. It's actually pretty cool. So that's going to be a new one coming up. All of these are the M&D Chinese pets. So the Q pets, and then back here is that fairy, the mini fairy pet. Let's see, I've got my Nyan Pod, and then those are the Mushi King Battle Beetles. Got the Vimigo, an Anna Pals cat. Then down here is like Aqua Pals. That's the Power Pals Frog and Megastore set. Pet and Play Pals. The Pocket Aquariums, things like that. And then this is the Pandaland bag. So, some different pets in there. I guess I'll come back to this bin. This next bin is more of your non-traditional odd pets with the exclusion. Honey, this is gonna have to come open. Beep beep. With the exclusion of the other Happy Pet Chihuahua bag, just because it couldn't fit in the other bin. So yeah, I'm already outgrowing the bins that I have. So this has got like my Hot Wheels Cyber Racer cars set. I've got the Cheeks-chans. So I've got a couple of those there. That's the new Cheeks-chan Kore. Konami, that's the digital singer. I've got like the digital OL and stuff. Some Pixel Chicks. These are those 24-hour houses. Other Cheeks-chans. Oh, these are the color scan beeps. And the Pikachu pedometer. So got quite a few of the other odd pets in this one. Okay, I convinced her to go in the window. So, next bin. This is my English Connection and Deca type box. I am going to have to get a box that's just for the English Connection since that True Friends won't fit in here. And I'm going to quickly overrun this box. But this is the special edition Music Star. So I've got that. My V2s. There's some V1s in here. And then underneath, there's my Tama Restaurant box. My Tama Restaurant's not in there because I'm actually playing it. There's the cordless phone. Gosh, we don't use them so much that I can't think of the name. So there's the Tamagotchi cordless phone, the Mecha Gotch, and let's see under here. There's the ID station, and there's a home Deca. Then I've got the Toys R Us Special Edition Deca, Tamawaki, Game King Deca, Pocket Designer, and then under here is where you start getting with the Kakaibos. There's the Alarm Clock, Tamasuku's, Tamasuku Fure. So a lot of the, I guess we call them Deca style, but basically the Tamas that add content or points to other Tamagotchis. And then oddball things like the Tama restaurant. Next bin, this is my vintage Odd Pets box. So this has got a lot, and I'm gonna sit here on the floor. This has got a lot of oddball stuff, but it has things like my Gigapets. So got the Yoda, A Bug's Life Gigapets Plus, frog, cat, koala, faces, stuff like that. Got the Giga Fighters lines, Pocket Turtle, the Pen Peas. I've got a couple different colors of those in here. New Smart Chick, 8-in-1s. These are all my different Dinkies. I've got my Let's Walk Straight, my other Flex Pets. These are more Pen Peas. You can see down there I've got Dragottis. This is the Pocket Love, a Giope, and let's see what this is. Oh, that's one of my Hitoricos. You start going back, I've got some Nanos, like the Nano Puppies, Nano Kitty, the Nano Fighters are here. Talking Nanos, Nano Salon, Nano Racers, there's Nano Puppy family in here too, Pocket Breeder. Then I've got like this new one is like the Puppy Care, another Let's Walk Straight, some Love Chews, the Tenchi and Pocket. So a lot of all the odd brands that aren't like Bandai Tamagotchi are all in this bin. We're at the very last bin. Now the only thing that you will not see in my bins are my Furbies. I have all the new release Furbies, at least one of each edition. I've got tons of vintage between the regular Furbies and the Furby babies, but their boxes don't fit in these 12 gallons very well. So I've just got them in regular cardboard boxes at the moment until I find something that I like better, because I really don't like how they fit in this. You can only get a few in these compared to what I'd really like to have. So still debating on what to do with those, but other than those, I have what I consider my robotic pets in this bin. So this includes micro pets. So I've got Japanese and English micro pets. You can see there's 2 stacks of those micro pets. I are here. These are all my pocket horses. Got one of those random Takara Tomy robot dogs. Walkie Bits. So I've got several Walkie Bits under here. This is the decor set. Way down in here, I've also got my Micro Places. I have 2 Mutsu water loopers because there's one in the box here, and then underneath there's another one. So this is what I consider really like my robotics line. And everyone, I think that's about it. Hey, baby. One of my kittens all grown up. But this is currently how I keep my collection. I'm nearing the 500 mark on all of my virtual pets, so I figured if I have this amount, maybe the way I store them can kind of help you guys figure out how you may want to organize your collection. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.